This episode is brought to you by Palmera Travel Group. Our travel advisors will help you to plan any and all travel from A to Z, including bookish travel. Travel to locations found in or inspired by your favorite books. Whether you like to travel solo or want to bring a group of friends, we help you manage all aspects of your trip. Ready to plan your next bookish adventure? Contact Palmera Travel today at www.palmeratravel.com. That's www.palmeratravel.com or on Instagram at Palmera Travel. That's Palmera Travel. Palmera Travel. We plan, you travel. Well, welcome to the What They Wrote podcast, the podcast where we get together and talk about our latest reads and all-time favorite books and authors. I'm author Whitney Welsh Gibbs, and this is my co-host, Megan Brebner.
Hi.
Hi. Megan, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing okay today. I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm doing all right. It's just past the 4th of July, so the smoke has finally cleared. It took a couple days, but it's finally cleared, and it's sunny outside again.
That was pretty gross, right?
It was really gross.
You saw that? We woke up on the 5th of July and we're like, hey, the fireworks are pretty mild this year. They ended at 9:30 p.m. instead of going till the middle of the night. It must have been a good chill 4th. And then we wake up on the 5th and it is just pure smoke in the sky in Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley. It was so gross. I'm just we need a good wind or a good rain because we're just shrouded in smoke.
It was really disgusting. It's probably what it looked like in the 1980s when all the smog was sitting in the air and there was no visibility at all. It was really bad. But now it's cleared out. It's nice and warm outside and, it's been good. Been sunny.
Yeah, it's a little better. I know. We finally, we were actually going to sit around and be sun bums on, what was that, Saturday? And it was smoky instead. So we're like, okay, I guess we'll just sit here in the smoke and enjoy the sun, ? So yay, glad the sun is back out.
For those of you in America, freedom means smoke and pollution and all those other things. So, way to be free, America.
To blow up fireworks and reap the consequences.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a couple weeks since we've been here, so let's catch up on some book news before we do anything else. I think that's good to do because, things are happening all the time and we got some books that we're keeping an eye on.
We have a good couple pieces of book news today, so I'm excited to see, just talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, some of our favorites, actually. So first and foremost, the Fourth Wing adaptation that we've been waiting for. We're, counting down the days, even though they haven't even started filming. It got a new showrunner, Jack Schaefer. If anybody watches any of those Marvel shows, she was the showrunner for WandaVision and Agatha All Along. So that sort of vibe, which is actually pretty exciting for a fantasy story. She's in, and Moira Walley-Beckett is out officially. So I think we're getting closer to that green lighting of that show and bringing in those actors, announcing them, and starting filming, hopefully.
Do we know why they switched showrunners?
I don't know. So it didn't say, but Moira Walley-Beckett was the showrunner for Anne with an E. So her vibe was a little bit more like drama and less fantasy kind of action, and so I'm wondering if they're maybe trying to get a little bit closer to that kind of feel of Fourth Wing.
That makes sense. Sense.
So I think we're getting closer. We're getting there, and hopefully we'll get an announcement on cast. And there's been a few people that have been rumored we've seen, so we'll see if that actually happens. And I'm excited. I hope it comes soon.
Do you think we will get? What do you think we will get first? A teaser of some kind for the show, the Fourth Wing show, or book 4?
That's a good question. Teaser for the show, I think.
I think so too. I think she's going to take her time, as she should, because we know that she's only on her barely starting her contemporary that she's going to write before book 4. But I think we're going to get a little bit of the show first, which I'm also equally excited for. So I really couldn't care less which comes next. Just give me more Fourth Wing content.
Yes, just give it to me. And I finally want to see Xaden in the flesh and Violet in the flesh. So I'm ready for that. Hopefully they do a good job. I'm sure they will. Our only other news that I have for us is actually about another one of our favorites, Sarah J. Maas. On June 23rd, so about 2 weeks ago, I'd say, it was reported that Sarah J. Maas signed a multi-year worldwide deal with IMG Licensing. The Hollywood Reporter revealed this and said that under that multi-year deal, IMG Licensing will develop and manage a robust licensing program spanning Moss's entire fictional universe with the aim of creating new touchpoints for her fervid fan base. This will include apparel, beauty, lifestyle, food, games, and immersive fan experiences. Wow.
Okay, hot take.
Yes.
Do you think this is done to feed us because it's going to take so long to get another book?
I thought exactly that when I read that. I was like, oh no, she's doing something just so she can take some pressure off her.
This is what this is giving. This is not giving like, oh, your new book is coming. It's giving, hey, sorry for the long wait. So let me give you like more merch and events and stuff. But please don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me. The book will come one day. But, you know, until ACOTAR 6 is announced, here is your merch and your fan experiences, which I hope is not like one of the festivals in, you know, ACOTAR or something. I don't think my heart could take going to watch Tamlin play the fiddle, so I'm not ready for that.
I also think this is a piggyback off of all those fantasy balls that were calling themselves like the Starfall and things like that, where they would have cosplayers coming as ACOTAR characters. And wasn't there like an issue with that? Like somebody was saying that there was some sort of like licensing issue with that. So I feel like this is definitely to monetize like people actually throwing ACOTAR themed events.
I think this is exactly it, because last year, or I think the end of last year, Sarah J. Maas stopped allowing these balls from using her licensing, like the names of her events and things like that, characters and stuff. So when they have these balls now, they kind of like off-brand them, and the Rhysand characters that are there, cosplayers that are there, they're not like Rhysand. It's like the High Lord King or something. They name them.
Fake Rhysand.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly. They're trying to get around it in that way. And that's probably why she did it, actually. She probably had this in mind and was working on this deal and went, no, we're going to make money off of this. They can't make money off this anymore. So that's probably actually absolutely why that happened.
Probably. I mean, get your bag.
Yeah, exactly. More power to you. Well, that's all the news I have for you today. So, Megan, what are we doing today? Are we talking about a book? What are we doing?
So we're not talking about a book today. It's not book club week, but I hear you have a little game that you've put together for us. I'm a little nervous about this because I don't know how well I'm going to do, but we, I guess, are playing a game, and you have put together some book blurbs. Are they real book blurbs, or are they like fake book blurbs?
They are fake book blurbs for real books,
or just crappy book blurbs.
Yeah, like bad,
like not the published book blurb, but like a new book blurb for books that exist.
Yeah, just like a one-liner too. So it's not like a full like written out paragraph or anything. It's just like a one-liner describing the book. Not great. Kind of vague. Some of them are really funny. Some of them are like more in like the serious realm. Because if I gave you the really funny ones all the time, you'd probably just guess all of the, you know, the ones like really quick. But yeah, we have a game where I'm going to see how well Megan recognizes these books. Now, she does have a little bit of a challenge in here. 2 of these blurbs are not real books. They are not actual books that are in, you know, stores. She won't know them, and if she really thinks about it, she'll probably be able to be like, yeah, this is not real.
This doesn't exist.
This doesn't exist. So if you think one doesn't exist and you think this is just a fake blurb, remember there's 2 in the whole game. You can just say, yeah, that's fake, that's not real, and then I'll tell you if you're right or not. So we're gonna see like how well you do.
And what do I win?
I don't know. Clout. That's it.
Fair. Okay. No prize. No prize.
You get to pick. You get to pick the next game next time, and
okay,
get to challenge me.
I picked this one.
Oh, that's right. You get to challenge me next time.
Okay.
Cool. So we're gonna call this game the Bad Book Blurbs game. If I could say that, it's a tongue twister.
Say that 10 times fast.
I can't. And we're just gonna see. And if you guys want to play along too, you'll get a chance to at home scream at us, as you're listening to our podcast and tell us
Pause,
that
try to
was a
guess, write down,
yeah.
tell us if you got it right. Tell us if you beat me.
See how many you get right. There are, I think we have 15 here.
15?
One-liners. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. Okay. So let's just get started in this because I think this will be really fun and kind of hilarious. This one's going to be kind of a funny description, but I think that it's perfect for this book. So, book number 1. A desperate woman moves into a suspiciously fancy house to clean up after a family that's definitely not hiding anything sinister. She's paid in secrets, lies, and maybe murder?
Is this Throne of Glass?
No.
Wait, okay, say it again.
I will say it again. A desperate woman moves into a suspiciously fancy house to clean up after a family that's definitely not hiding anything sinister. She's paid in secrets, lies, and maybe murder?
The Housemaid.
The Housemaid! It is the Housemaid!
Okay. In my defense, I feel like that could also be Throne of Glass.
It could absolutely be Throne of Glass.
Selena gets put into this castle and has to win this challenge and try and also kill people and keep all these secrets. So I feel like that could have been a 2 for 1.
Definitely. All right, number 2. A boy raised in obscurity discovers a legacy that sets him apart. But as he begins to learn who he really is, a hidden enemy returns from the shadows.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter and
Okay.
the Sorcerer's Stone. See, I told you, they're not as hard as you think.
Okay.
Okay, so remember, these are books you've read, classic books, but books you should know. Maybe, potentially. We'll see.
Shit. They better not have been in high school in AP Lit because
you're warming up now. Okay. This might get a little bit harder. Okay. A man's ambition leads him to defy the natural order, creating something that will haunt him in ways he never imagined.
Say it again.
Yeah. A man's ambition leads him to defy the natural order, creating something that will haunt him in ways that he never imagined.
Something that will haunt him. A man. Okay, main story is a guy. I'm thinking movies. I need to focus books. Is it a book that's also a movie?
Yes, it has been a movie.
Defy the natural order. I want to say I'm thinking Lion King, so I want to say Hamlet.
It's not Hamlet.
Okay. Can you give me a hint?
Yeah. He is a scientist.
Okay, now say the blurb again.
A man's ambition leads him to defy the natural order, creating something that will haunt him in ways he never imagined.
Okay, so it's a scientist who creates something. Is this Jekyll and Hyde?
It's not Jekyll and Hyde, but you're kind of in the right...
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein!
Okay, Frankenstein. I'm there's another monster in there somewhere.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Frankenstein.
The alternative blurb is, a guy makes a really ugly man out of dead parts, regrets it immediately, and then spends the rest of the story running away from his own homework.
Oh, that would have been better. Epic.
All right. Next book. When a quiet village begins experiencing strange storms, a young healer discovers that the key to saving her people may lie in unlocking the secrets of her own past.
A village gets strange weather, and there's a healer, and it's unlocking the past.
Yep.
A village, strange weather. Say it again.
When a quiet village begins experiencing strange storms, a young healer discovers that the key to saving her people may lie in the unlocking of secrets of her own past.
Strange storms. You sure I know this book?
You should.
I should know it. Okay, so we're in a village and there's some crazy storms. The only things I can think of, again, I need to get out of movie mode. Was this a movie?
Nope.
No, it was not a movie. Okay, so this is a freaking book. Strange storms. Something I would know.
I mean, maybe.
Quiet village. Strange storms. Healer. Who do we know that's a healer? Okay, give me a hint.
I can't.
Why?
I just can't.
Okay, healer.
Remember the rules of the game, Megan.
What are the rules? They're just books that I know or should know
Or,
that we've read together.
yes.
Okay. So, Strange Storms. Is this like, no. Wait. No, I don't think that book starts with a storm. Is it Quicksilver?
Nope.
It's not Fourth Wing. It's not any of the Sarah J. Maas books.
Nope.
It's not Powerless.
Nope.
Okay. Healer. Storms. Why can't I like think of anything I've read?
I mean, is this a book you've read? Do you think?
Or a book I should have read? Or should be familiar with the story of?
Do you think this is one that we could find on a...
Oh! Okay, so this is one of the ones that does not have a book.
It does not have
Okay,
a book.
I totally forgot that's one of the freaking rules. I was like, I don't freaking know.
Remember the rules, Megan.
Damn. Okay, so it's one of the ones that does not have a book.
So that's one of the two
tricky.
that is not a... Yeah, because it sounds like it could be a real book, but it's not.
Okay.
I don't know what book
Trick
it would
question.
be.
Trick question.
Trick question. Yes. Okay, so now back to next question.
Okay.
After a fateful mistake in the wilderness, a young woman is forced to cross into a land of ancient magic, where her captor may be the key to breaking an age-old curse.
A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Absolutely. I knew you'd get that one.
Got that one.
You want to hear the alternative blurb?
Yeah.
A girl murders a wolf and then is kidnapped by a magical beast who turns out to be both hot and emotionally unavailable. Together they work through trauma, curses, and way too many festivals.
That's hilarious. Oh my god, that should be the actual book blurb.
It should. It really should. Okay, next book. This one's a funny one. A bunch of women try to get married while judging rich men for being rude, only to realize maybe they're kind of rude too.
Like Bridgerton?
Same era.
Okay. Say it again.
Yeah. A bunch of women try to get married while judging rich men for being rude, only to realize maybe they're kind of rude too.
Is this a classic?
It is a classic.
Okay, I haven't read it, but it has to be like, what is it called? Little Women or something?
It's not Little Women. I could probably give you a hint with the other blurb. You might get it. In a world where fortune and status dictate every choice, a clever young woman must navigate misunderstandings and pride to find unexpected love.
I would say the first couple words, I think I got it. Pride and Prejudice?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Whew. Survived the classic.
So you know more of these than you think. Here we go. Next one. A curious girl stumbles into a bizarre world where nothing follows the rules, and the only way forward is through nonsense and riddles.
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
All right. Here we go. A determined student enters an elite military academy where survival means mastering not only her skills, but the dangerous bonds that could save or destroy her.
Fourth Wing.
Fourth Wing. Yeah.
That's a good blurb.
Should be the blurb. I would have no idea what it was about, really, but I would not know there was dragons, but yeah, sure. All right, next one. Here we go. I think you've got this. When an ancient weapon of an unimaginable power resurfaces, a small band of unlikely companions must journey across a divided land to destroy it before it's too late.
What did they call them? Bandits? What did you say?
A small band of unlikely companions.
Small band of unlikely companions. This sounds like a D&D.
It does, doesn't it?
Book. Okay, well, provided it's a real book, things it could be. First things that come to mind are like a new weapon. I think that's a Throne of Glass thing also. But it's not?
No.
Not Throne of Glass. Okay. If it's a real book, Weapon, 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 weapon. Say it again?
Yeah. When an ancient weapon of unimaginable power resurfaces, a small band of unlikely companions must journey across a divided land to destroy it before it's too late.
Okay, if it's a real story,
I can
I
give you a
can't think.
hint.
Yeah, give me a hint.
There's a volcano in this story.
Volcano?
There's a volcano in this story.
What the fuck?
I love how that didn't help at all.
No, it helped nothing at all. Like, I wish you guys could have, like, a screen of, like, what's going through my brain right now. Like, when you say volcano, the first thing for some reason I think of is Tarzan.
Oh. No, it's not.
Why?
That.
Don't know. I know there's volcanologists in there. Volcano Vesuvius.
I feel like
Is
you
that a
need
book?
that's not a book, but I
No?
feel like you need like a lifeline. I feel like you should like phone a friend.
Phone a friend?
Yeah. If there's
Okay.
one living in your house.
Hang on. Hey, Ty. I have to phone a friend. I need a lifeline on this game. Can you come help me real quick?
Megan's bringing over her husband.
Husband
As
is
her phone a
coming.
friend.
I have to guess the book based on the blurb. Repeat it and I'll tell him.
Yes. When an ancient weapon of unimaginable power resurfaces,
When an ancient weapon of an unimaginable power resurfaces,
a small band of unlikely companions must
a
journey
small band of unlikely companions must journey
across a divided land to destroy it before
across
it's
a
too late.
divided land to destroy it before it's too late.
You kidding me? Lord of the Rings.
See, I haven't watched those movies. Oh, I read those books.
Great movies and great books.
It is Lord of the Rings.
Thanks, Ty. He's like, are you kidding me?
You kidding me?
It is in fact Lord of the Rings.
Okay, wouldn't know that. Sorry, y'all.
A classic book called Lord of the Rings.
Classic book. Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Okay. I'm going to give you this one and I'm going to give you the funny one. You'll probably need a hint from me. But
Okay, great.
this is a very famous book. A very famous book. So,
okay.
a wildly ambitious, multi-part epic involving plagues, floods, betrayals, miracles, and a lot of smiting, spanning thousands of years and multiple genres.
Game of Thrones.
No.
Multiple genres.
Yes.
The Odyssey?
No, actually.
Wait, you said multi-part? What do you say, multi?
Yes, I'll read it again. A wildly ambitious, multi-part epic involving plagues, floods, betrayals, miracles, and a lot of smiting, spanning thousands of years and multiple genres.
Is it the Bible?
Is the Bible?
Amazing.
That's pretty good.
Amazing. I'm so glad I got that one.
I was like,
Otherwise
she's
we would
gonna
have had
need
some
like
issues.
another hint maybe. I don't think I would have gotten that if I didn't know which book it was. I don't think I would have gotten that on first.
I had to think of books that you would have had to help me with, like books that for sure you have read and I have not.
That's very famous, but like
It's
I have
very
read, but you
famous,
not.
but I also probably haven't read as much of it as I should have.
There you go. Yeah, valid.
Yay! I'm going to heaven.
You're doing great. You're doing fantastic. All right, we're on number 11. Actually, it's pretty amazing. You're doing pretty great, and you've only used one lifeline. So
good, because I only had one.
this one, here you go. This one you should know. Yeah. In a society where loyalty can mean death, a girl is thrust into a deadly contest where survival means outsmarting both her enemies and those who claim to protect her.
I'm pausing because there are two books that could fit this description.
There are 2 books that can fit this description.
So which one is it? Say it again. Is there a key in here that tells me the difference between the two?
No, I'll give you the
Okay.
funny
Okay,
version.
give me the funny one.
A girl volunteers as tribute to participate in a
Okay.
government-sponsored murder contest, but gets distracted by trying to pick between 2 boys.
Okay, so it's definitely the Hunger Games. Of course, my first thought was Hunger Games, but since we also have Powerless on
Just
the mind,
did
since we just
Powerless.
read it, I was like, this actually could also be Powerless.
Yep.
Yes, it's Hunger Games.
It is
Queen.
the Hunger Games. And we know we're not going to speak about teams PETA or Gale because we just watched a very famous author get canceled for her opinion on that. So we're not
Did
gonna...
we?
Yeah, Allie Hazelwood just got canceled
Oh, that's
because
right.
of this. Let's
I
not
did
cancel
see
people,
that.
by the way, for who they like, either Team PETA or Team Gale. Like, let's just not do that. That's weird.
How about let's just stop canceling people?
Yeah,
That's
like,
a hot take.
Full
Okay.
stop. No canceling. Okay, next one. We've said our piece. Next one. In the midst of a bitter feud, 2 young lovers risk everything for a bond that neither their family nor fate will allow.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yay!
Number 13. We are almost there. A quiet observer becomes entangled in the lavish lives of his wealthy neighbors, only to discover that beneath the glitter lies obsession, betrayal, and ruin.
Great Gatsby?
The Great Gatsby.
Yay! Okay.
The funny version of this says, a man throws wild parties to impress his neighbor's cousin, while everyone drinks too much, cheats on everyone, and drives very badly.
It's definitely more specific.
All right, here we go. Number 14. On the eve of an arranged marriage, a prince must choose between duty and desire, and what he decides could alter the fate of 2 kingdoms.
Is this a fake one?
It is a fake one.
Yay!
Yeah,
That is actually
yeah.
really like a good, like, realistic.
Sounds
plot book.
good. I'd read
Somebody
it.
should write it.
I know. Oh, maybe.
Oh,
All right.
new book idea?
Yeah.
Do we knew any authors out there?
Just a few. All right. Number 15. A teenage girl's life is turned upside down when she meets someone who seems to belong to another world and whose secrets could change everything.
That's not specific. A teenage girl. Okay, say it again.
A teenage girl's life is turned upside down when she meets someone who seems to belong to another world and whose secrets could change everything.
Seems to belong to another world. Teenage girl's life turns upside down. Meets somebody. It's fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more classic or contemporary?
It's contemporary.
Is there a movie about it?
Yeah.
Is there a second blurb?
There is.
You don't want to read it to me yet?
I don't want to read it to you yet. I feel
Okay.
like it would give it away.
Some
I know-
preliminary guesses, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Teenage girl meets somebody from another world. Do you know
Mhm.
for a fact if I have read this book or not?
I know for an absolute fact you have.
That I have read this book. Okay.
Yes.
Seemingly meets somebody from another world. Think of books that I have read.
You've got this.
Teenage girl meets somebody from another world. Life gets turned upside down.
Well, he seems to belong to another world.
He seems to belong to another world. Could this be Powerless?
It is not Powerless. No.
Okay, books she knows I have read. We've already gone through Fourth Wing. We've gone through the Mossverse.
Yeah, we're done with the Mossverse.
Yeah. Teenage girl, life turned upside down. I wish I was doing this like in front of my bookshelf so I could like see all the books that I have read.
It
and
makes
get,
it
like,
harder, doesn't it?
inspo from it. Teenage girl.
Teenage girl, like high school girl.
Okay. One girl.
One girl.
Not 2.
No.
Oh my god, you saved the hardest one for last. This is gonna probably piss me off when I hear the answer. It's probably gonna be like super obvious. And we said there is a movie about this?
There is, in fact.
There is a movie about this.
And yes, you have seen it.
And I've seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like for some reason I keep going back to like Rapunzel. But I don't know if that's like originally a book. Is Rapunzel a book?
It's a fairy tale, yeah, but
it's not the answer. It's not like Tangled.
No.
Has my husband read it or watched it?
He's definitely seen the movies.
Ty.
She's got another lifeline.
A teenage girl meets somebody that's seemingly from another world.
Whose secrets could change everything.
Whose secrets could change everything.
The girl's secrets or the guy's secrets?
The girl's secrets or the guy's secrets?
The guy's secrets.
The guy's secrets.
Sounds like Twilight to me.
What did he say?
Why are you so good at this? That's probably the answer. It's a Twilight.
A girl moves to a rainy town and immediately falls for a moody vampire who stalks her, and they spend several books staring at each other and not blinking. Yes, it is Twilight.
Oh my gosh. Leave it to my husband to make Twilight the one series I make him watch over and over and over again.
I knew he'd seen it too, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna
has.
ask him, and he's gonna."
He
know
actually
it.
turns it on all the time when I'm having like a bad day. He's like, "Do you want to watch Twilight?" I'm like, "Yeah."
It's like, you know what? You married the perfect person.
It's
honestly.
so vague. I'm like a teenage girl. What do I know about a teenage girl? I don't even think of Bella as like a teenager.
Yes,
She's like
I know.
an adult to me.
How about this one? I think we can do a bonus. I feel like this could be a redemption.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. A man hardened by greed is visited by strange guides who force him to relive his past and glimpse his future before it's too late to change.
This is a Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol. There you go. You end on a
Yay.
strong note.
See, I
yes.
feel like I got the harder ones, but I missed the easy ones.
There you go. You know, I was sitting here. I wanted to give you a hint so bad, but I said everything I'm going to say to her is going to give it away.
Spoil it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's actually so hard when they're so vague like that. Like,
Yeah,
give
I
me something
know.
to point to.
I
That
wonder
was
how
fun.
many
Okay.
of our listeners got some of these right and all of them right.
How many
Which is
people were
funny.
screaming at their like phone trying to tell me Twilight?
It's Twilight. It's Twilight.
I got the Bible for God's sake. I didn't get Twilight.
They're probably shouting at you about Lord of the Rings too.
Oh, that one too. Yeah, that's
I
probably
almost
a big
gave
shame.
you it's funny blurb. I didn't even tell you it. It was a bunch of short guys, a wizard, and some hot immortal people go on a really long walk to throw jewelry into a volcano.
I probably would have gotten that eventually. I didn't even remember. I didn't know there was a volcano in that.
Yeah,
Story.
they go to Mount Doom.
One thing I do know about that is there's a spider scene,
There is.
and I'm not a fan of that.
There you go.
Don't
Well,
know how I feel
that's
about that. Yeah,
probably
I've
why.
tried multiple times to sit there. Tyler's been begging me to like watch the Lord of the Rings series. I just feel like it's one of those things with like Harry Potter. Like if you watch it too late in life, you miss what makes it like
Right.
so great. So I feel like I just passed that window of like really appreciating it. Yeah, sorry guys.
That's all right. You did great. Well,
Thanks.
you are now our victor. You've won more games than anybody else on this podcast. You can hold that as your clout for a while now.
Yes. I wonder what game we should do next time. What we have like a free episode. What are some of the other games that we talked about? Maybe everybody will have a suggestion.
Let's pull some up. Let's see. We have first line face off. Read the first line of a novel and have the other host or the co-host guess the title
Okay.
based on the first line of the novel. Literary 20 questions, where one of us picks a character, a book, or an author, and the other has to do 20 yes or no questions to guess. Fictional Tinder. We can swipe left or right, so yes or no, on fictional characters as potential dates and list their
my.
red flags. That could be fun. Or we could do plot twist roulette. Take a famous book or famous books and draw random plot twist cards from a pile and brainstorm what that would do to the story. which would actually
Okay, we
be
have some good ones in there.
We
Let us know
do.
if you guys want us to do any of those games. Drop a comment or something. Slide us a
Yeah.
DM. Let us know.
Let us know, because we're open to it. We'll see who can win the most games this season.
I know, right? Just start tallying it up. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
have to turn it into like a good old-fashioned competition.
We'll have to come up with something that one of us could win. And
Definitely.
there you go. Well, all right. That's all I got with that
Alrighty.
game.
That's all? Okay. Well, that is What They Wrote, friends. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of the What They Wrote podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, please take a moment to leave us a 5-star rating so others can find us. Our next episode will drop on July 21st, which will be a book club episode discussing Missing in Flight by Audrey J. Cole, a thriller about a mom who loses her baby on a plane and doesn't let you forget it. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, happy reading.
Bye.
Bye. This episode was brought to you by Palmera Travel Group. Our travel advisors will help you to plan any and all travel from A to Z, including bookish travel. Travel to locations found in or inspired by your favorite books. Whether you like to travel solo or want to bring a group of friends, we help you manage all aspects of your trip. Ready to plan your next bookish adventure? Contact Palmera Travel today at www.palmeratravel.com. That's www.palmheratravel.com or on Instagram at Palmera Travel, Palmhera Travel. Palmera Travel. We plan, you travel.